What's going on, guys? It's Nav Sultan, and this is Sultanic Thoughts. And today's video is going to be about why Thailand will ruin your life. Give you a little bit backstory. Around 2012, I was living in a very nice condominium. I had a nice luxury car. I had my money, and I was completely miserable. These were kind of this was a point. This was a lifestyle that I had that I kind of wanted to recreate when I was 23, because I had it in 23 doing some other stuff that I'm not going to say yet on the channel, but I couldn't do that anymore. So I had to find a way to get back to that level, but doing it a little bit more legitly, if you know what I mean. And I did it more legitly, and I got back even higher to where I was at 4 years later. And I remember just being so unhappy and miserable with the city I was in. I was living in Toronto. I was so miserable, and was started to train at the same time: MMA, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, etc. And I focused a little bit more on just the Muay Thai aspect of MMA, and trying to become the best striker I could be. And I remember one night going back home to my condominium and Googling a gym for a review in Thailand. I came across somebody's blog. It was called Fight Passport. And there was a Canadian guy living in Thailand telling all his stories. And I remember just reading every single blog post. Back then there wasn't videos. People weren't making videos like they are now. It was all blog posts. And I read every single blog post. It was like 4 or 5 hours later, I finished reading the whole website. And I just felt this happiness. I was just like, this is what I need to be doing with my life. And I had like 3 months left on the lease of my 4 months left on the lease, something like that. And I told the guy I'm not going to renew it. And the 4 months leading up to me giving back the keys to the condominium, I began selling things off. I began, saving money as much as I could, making more money, sold my car, gave away possessions, and I just set myself up to go to Thailand for 6 months. And when I went to Thailand, after the first 24 hours in Bangkok, I had the first crazy 24 hours in Bangkok. I was like, yo, there's no way I'm going back now. I knew like 6 months was the minimum for me. And it ended up becoming like a 9-year trip altogether in Thailand that I spent. And don't get me wrong, Thailand is great. Everybody needs to go. If you're a single guy, you need to go. If you want to train, you have to go. But there's something about Thailand that once you experience it, you can't really go back to your old life. And this is what I mean about how it ruins you. The first thing I'm going to talk about is lifestyle. You know, prior to going to Thailand, I always wanted the best shoes, best jeans, best jackets, best car. Every time I went out, I tried to go out a certain way, looking good all the time. And I tried to do that in Thailand for the first couple of months. And I started to realize, like, yo, wearing socks in Thailand is annoying. It's too hot. I want to wear slippers. I want to wear shorts. I want to wear tank tops. And I would go to these night markets there, and there'd be, all these different cool clothes, tank tops. I started wearing these cheap tank tops all the time. The designer stuff that I brought there, I wasn't really wearing them there, you know? And I noticed that when I was there, I would be in the nightclub with some cheap slippers, and I would be leaving with girls. And that's the main thing. It really gives you a minimalistic outlook on things. It does make you minimalistic. You realize how little you actually need and what things you need that really matter. And how that ruined me in a sense is that now that I'm back, in the Western world, I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but now that I'm here, it's like this part of the world doesn't respect minimalism. If you try to be too minimal, people think like, you know, you failed in life. Like people are not really, when I was living overseas and traveling and stuff, people were really impressed how long I was staying out there for, how I was making it work, how many countries I visited, what places of the world I've seen. But when you come back here, people don't really care about that stuff. They still want to know, like, what title do you have? What part of what part of the city do you live in? What car do you have? Who do you know? It's really different, and it makes it hard to readjust to this lifestyle. You can almost come back to your old town feeling like you really don't belong. And that happens to a lot of people. They just come back to the city they grew up their whole lives in, and it feels like a foreign city. It doesn't feel like home anymore. So that's the one way how Thailand ruins you. The second way it kind of ruins you is the women. The women in Thailand, I understand, not everybody likes Asian women or whatnot, but they're very easygoing. They're really chill. They're very feminine. They're very submissive. They don't want to really play power games with you. You know, Western women, you know, they're they've become a lot more hardened and masculine because they start to date too early. They get into too many relationships. There's all these dating apps giving them a false sense of importance, and they mistaken the attention that they're getting from 100 thirsty guys on Tinder with real value. But it's like the value comes from who puts this on your ring. You know, you don't have a lot of like if 100 guys want to use you like a toilet, like you don't have. That's not valuable. That's not valuable at all. And there's this overinflated confidence that an ego that I kind of experience in the West when you try to date a lot of these girls. These girls, even guys will say it all the time. They act like they're just like so high in the world. It's like I bet you anything, 100 guys sleep with you, and like 99 don't want to talk to you anymore. And in Thailand, it's completely the opposite. It's when you go out to the nightclubs in Thailand, when you go out to Thailand, when you use dating apps in Thailand, there's always one willing, always one right there. It's not a matter of if you are going to get laid, it's about who you are going to get laid when you go out to Thailand. They're not really there to stress you out, the girls, or they can, depending on your demeanor. But they have an easy way of life. You can't really talk to them about really complicated manners. They're very simple minded in that sense, but they do give you a lot of peace. They do really try to make you happy. They do try to please you. Whereas in the Western world, when you come back, you start to realize how whack it is and how all these girls are convinced that they're the prize. And since there's all these simps chasing them and appeasing them, they start to think that like that's just the standard. And they kind of want you to do it too. You don't do it, you know? Uh, so it definitely ruins, if you come back to the Western world, most of you guys, this dating scene becomes very unbearable. It becomes extremely unbearable. It feels like you're scrubbing toilets, to be honest. It's really bad like that, right? Uh, the third thing that really kind of how Thailand really screws up your life is that you know the things that really matter to you before going there, they never matter to you again. Um, it's kind of similar to the first point I made. This might seem like a redundant kind of point that I'm making, but the career goals you wanted, the 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 friendship things that you wanted, goals you wanted, all these things just completely changed. You can kind of come back almost having like an identity crisis. Like you don't know who you are anymore and you don't know how to readjust. The 9 to 5 lifestyle becomes just the most miserable lifestyle in the world. In the world when you come back from a place like Thailand. Uh as much as you could bear your shitty city right now, after you live in a place like Phuket, for example, you really can't. I tell people all the time, even a fighter from my gym was going to Thailand. I said, enjoy it, because when you come back, this place is going to be triple as unbearable. And it's like, if you've taken the bus your whole life, it sucks, right? Taking the bus sucks. But if you go from a bus to, say, uh, a BMW, Mercedes, just even a car in general, right, for a year or two, and then you try to take the bus again, it's 10 times worse because you have that contrast. You know what it's like to not have to wait at the bus stop. You know what it's like to, not to sit on the bus and then have somebody you don't want, that's smelly and disgusting and dirty, come sit next to you. You know what it's like to get on the bus and then some schizophrenic crackhead gets on and starts making a big noise, making a big deal, and the bus keeps stopping at every stop and it takes you forever to get home. But now you know what it's like to just hop in your car when you want, play the music that you want, relax, drive smoothly, stop by, get a burrito on the way home or whatever it is that you want, go see a friend, go to another place. And the convenience of it all, it makes it harder to go back. And this is one of the main things. It makes it, if you hate your city and you go live in Thailand for 6 months, when you come back, you are really going to hate it. It's going to be a next level kind of depression and being miserable. It's really, really bad. I see it all the time with people. I met so many friends living out in Thailand, and I had the privilege of staying there for 4 or 5 years at a time, and they didn't. They were only there for like a month. And I remember when they would go back, I would get these messages every 2, 3 months. Man, I hate it here. I wish I could be back in Thailand. I wish I could be back in Thailand. These guys go back to their cities and they're trying anything possible to get money and come back. Scamming, ruining their credit, whatever it might be. They're trying to just get what they can to get back there and taste that freedom, because there really is this, there's no place like it. And the fact that there's no place like it, experiencing it makes you feel like your old city, your first world city, is such a scam, And the last thing I want to say too is just how it's so much easier to be happy there, and how much further your money goes. Here, I swear to God, if I go to the grocery store and I spend $50, I'm lucky to have like 2 days of like full eating. Like you can't do anything with 20, $30 anymore. Like eating out is minimum $20, unless you want to eat some real garbage ass food. If you have any standards and you're trying to be healthy and you're trying to hit a certain level of macros, you're gonna spend 20, $30. I remember I went to a upscale grocery store here, and I went to the salad bar and I just filled it up with nutritious vegetables, salad, a roasted chicken breast. It was like really like a complete thing. Thing came out to like $38, bro. Like inflation has gotten so bad in the Western world that it's like you really need a lot of money just to have the bare minimum these days. And like that was one meal. Like I literally sat there, I ate it all, and I was good. That was my lunch. It's like $38, That thing would have been like 12, $14 prior to 2020, but we all know what happened in 2020. They printed all this money and now everything is distorted. And when you go to Thailand, for example, I would never look at the bill. I would literally never look at the bill in Thailand. I would go to restaurants with dates all the time, just order, oh, that fish looks good, let's get that crab, let's get some shrimp, and yeah, we'll get it. Bill would come, $25 US, $20 US. This thing would have been like $150 in the West. You know what I mean? Good, delicious. Like Thais know how to eat. They eat so well. All their food is delicious. And here you can't do anything. Here, you go out you say you want to go. Like I don't drink, but like one of the fighters on the weekend was telling me like he went to a bar. The tab was like $120 for nothing for like 3, 4 people, and all they did was have a couple of beers, and then they went home. $120 in Thailand. If you want to go out, bro, that's like a tower of beer, literally like a tower like this, that wide, with a pitcher that could get like 4 people drunk. It's it's two, 3 girls that work, if you know what I mean. I don't do that stuff, but that's kind of what it is there. It's a huge meal uh, after you're drunk. It's a taxi home. It's it's breakfast the next day. It's a taxi to send the girl home. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, your money just goes so far, and it feels so good to just like buy what you want and not think about the price. And in the Western world, you really can't do that. Like, if you go to Costco these days and you just kind of buy whatever you want, you'll get to that register and it'll be like $1,300, and you're like, damn, $1,300. Like, think about how hard it is to go to Costco, fill up your fridge for like $200-300. You can't do it. It's always $500-600. That it's just the Western world becomes so, and why it ruins you is that when you come back here, as you start to do the things that you would do back there in Thailand, you start to feel like you're getting scammed, because you're getting kind of less quality, and then at the same time you're not getting the full experience. Whereas over there you're getting a good quality and you're getting a higher level of experience, and it really ruins you. I mean, I remember I had to get a hotel here for like 7 days. I think it cost me like $1,800. $1,800. It wasn't even a special hotel. Like, I mean, I had the king size bed, I had the shower and everything, but this was like 3.5 stars. You know, bro, if you spent $1,800 on a hotel in Thailand for 7 days, you'd be right on the beach. You'd have daily cleaning. You'd have king size bed. You'd have jacuzzi. You would have, resort access. You would have everything. You don't even need that much, you know? I remember in Thailand, like, $50 US a night for a hotel, and you have a sweet pad. Like, you literally have a nice hotel. Let alone if you want to get into the $100-200 range, you get something amazing. You get sometimes villas, I remember I had bungalows on the beach in Thailand. Beautiful, secluded island, white sand. As soon as I open my white sand, to 10 feet, 15 feet, the water is right there, crystal blue. You know what I mean? $30 a night. $30 a night, I mean, now in this city, you need like $2,500 a month just to get like a crappy 1-bedroom apartment. It's really gotten so bad. Like, your money goes so far in Thailand. And when you come back here, you just feel like you're getting scammed left, right, and center all the time. And yeah, that's pretty much the main points I'm going to make. That is kind of how Thailand ruins you. I got to a point where I couldn't stay in Thailand anymore. As much as I love it, as much as I miss it, I felt as if my life was passing me by. It's great in your 20s. You can mess around in your 30s there. But now that I wasn't planning on marrying a Thai girl, and that was the main thing. I'm really at a point in my life where I want to start a family. And I just didn't want to do it with a Thai girl. Not that I don't like them. I like them a lot. But I'm looking for something specific. I need that kind of best friend, intellectual side to my partner. Or else I don't know how I'm going to spend, so many years with this person. I need that mental connection. I never really got that in Thailand. With as many Thai girls as I dated and ran through, like, I never really had that. Because they're very simple, and that's not a knock on them. It's good to be like that. But I'm not, I like deep conversations and stuff like that. And I kind of need that. I need my partner to kind of be able to kind of listen to me, listen to my thoughts, and in some sense help me organize them, not so that she's my therapist, but just because I feel like I need that. I need that in my partner. But that's getting a little bit sidetracked. But yeah, that's kind of why I left. I didn't want to spend my 40s just kind of, waking up, going to the gym on the motorbike, coming home, trying to maintain whatever freelance work I could find at the moment online. Cycle my friends every 30 days. Because that's another problem with Thailand, is that a lot of people don't stay there long term. And you get tired of making new friends, because as people come to Thailand, They want to go party. They want to do all this touristy stuff. And once you've done it like 3, 4, 5 times, you don't want to do it anymore. It's not fun. So it's hard to build long-term friendships there because most people there don't stay much, don't stay long. And if they do, they're usually like the older retirement crowd, which I'm not really a part of. But yeah, that's why I left. I will be going back there at some point, but for now, I got to take another path in life. But guys, like, subscribe. Nav Sultan. This is Sultanic Thoughts. I hope you liked the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. And let me know if there's any places better than Thailand. Me, Phuket, Thailand, for me, it's paradise. It's the #1 place. I love it. It's always going to be a home to me. And you guys definitely go out there. Definitely do the trip. Try to do a 3 to 6 month trip minimum. It will change your life, especially if you're young, especially if you're into training, especially if you're into fitness and kickboxing, Muay Thai. That place is something else. And I'll probably make a video later about what to do and what not to do in Thailand. I could make a lot of videos about Thailand, and I will make a lot of videos about Thailand. It just feels weird making videos about Thailand when I'm not in Thailand. Guys, peace out. Thanks for watching. Later.